Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy NervousBot here, coming at you with a little bit of a theory here about Far Cry 5. I'm gonna be talking about one of the endings to the game, and it's pretty much just gonna be the bad ending, I guess, even though they're both bad endings. And the one in the beginning is the most ideal one for you to go with. But anyways, I'm mostly gonna be talking about the bad ending, I guess you can say. So beyond this point, there's going to be spoilers to the ending, and yeah, some other stuff that I'm going to talk about. So if you haven't played the game all the way through, then I highly recommend you go do that. Um, and yeah, you've been warned. Anyways, after you defeat Faith Seed, John Seed, and Jacob Seed, you end up. Sorry, that was my phone ringing. You end up confronting Joseph Seed himself. He's in his little establishment. I don't have a clip of the actual ending slash boss fight, so you're gonna have to look up videos of that yourself. But basically, what happens is you confront Joseph Seed and you're given two options. You can either walk away and your friends go home free, which they really don't, and the second option is you fight him, and ideally you would probably pick the second option, which is to fight Joseph Seed. You know, after all he's been through, you know what he's done to your friends and things like that. So obviously you're gonna pick that, and at the end of the game, three nukes go off for seemingly no reason. And you would think this because you haven't heard the audio before any of that happened, any of those nukes hit. I am not entirely sure whether you're supposed to liberate um, uh, a radio tower or something like that in Jacob's section, or another region of, in the map, probably Faye's, maybe John's. I'll have to look into that myself because I'm trying to do another playthrough of the game as soon as possible so I can see how to get this audio. But this audio is very easily missed, and that's why I think not a lot of players in the game have heard it. I've also wondered maybe it's because of the ending that you activate, I guess. I don't know how it works, but the audio popped up for me right after I liberated Jacob's region. So I pretty much I'm gonna play the audio right here, and then you guys can watch it, and then I'll come back and talk to you about it.
The Department of Homeland Security has issued an intermediate alert today. Affected regions include New York, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and San Francisco. Montana isn't expected to be affected, but it's always possible. Keep alert, people. Stock up on food and water, just in case. All communication from North Korea has stopped. Analysts are saying this silence is not a good sign, and the Koreans may be preparing for nuclear war. The first attack could come at any moment. Peace talks in the Middle East have broken down again, with the latest in a series of bombings, killing 2 and injuring 11. Among the injured are several U.S. reporters who were on hand for the talks. No word yet from the White House on these terrible losses.
Alright, so you've heard the audio. It's basically said North Korea is preparing for nuclear warfare and things like that. Now, what I think is that North Korea is definitely bombing the shit out of Hope County. And not only Hope County, but probably the rest of the United States. You know, this audio makes a lot of sense when you look at the bad ending, I guess, or the nuclear ending. I'm going to refer to it as the nuclear ending. It makes a lot of sense because, you know, 3 nukes go off as you're driving through the you know, nuclear blasts and things like that. You know, you see Hope County in complete disarray. It's actually kind of cool because, you know, obviously there's going to be a little bit of driving music. You know, you're going to be going through Hope County's roads with, you know, explosions going on. There's fire on the trees. All the sky is red and things like that. You can go watch the ending by yourself. I'm not going to put it on this video. But yeah, it just makes complete sense that North Korea would be bombing Hope County, or even the United States for at that. Um, Another theory I have about this is that this may be a perfect little segue into the Zombies DLC that the devs at Far Cry 5 are going to release. I don't know where this will be taking place, and obviously I wouldn't think it would be in Hope County. It would probably in a different uh, state in the US, or just somewhere else basically. uh, it makes sense too, because it's zombies, nukes, zombies, nukes, post-apocalyptic stuff. It makes sense. uh, I honestly think that would be pretty cool if they kind of segued into the zombies DLC, um, with that ending, with the nuclear ending. But other than that, I think it's just, yeah, that's probably it. So we've pretty much covered North Korea bombing the U.S., which is, it makes sense. It's probably the most reasonable of theories. The zombies one, it's a theory that I came up with on my own. And I have one last one for you, and it may seem crazy, but Joseph Seed may have been right about his prophecy. He's been preaching it throughout the whole game. He's been talking about the collapse and things like that. And it maybe the collapse didn't happen as biblically as Joseph portrayed it to be, but it ended in that way. The world is pretty much ending at this point. It's all that Joseph Seed has been preaching about and things like that. Another thing maybe is that Joseph Seed actually might have, gotten the nukes somehow and set them off in Hope County, making everyone in Hope County think that the collapse was real all along, and yeah, maybe Joseph Seed just staged the whole thing, and yeah, there you go. That's the collapse. Actually, I have one more for you, and I saw another YouTuber talking about this. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. Um, it might have also been the bliss that Joseph Seed spilled in the ending that you can see in the ending. Basically, if you refuse to walk away from Joseph Seed once he gives you the option at the end, he basically spills around canisters of bliss, which is, a hallucinogen, a drug that is frequently mentioned in the Far Cry 5 universe. And basically, this is a mind-altering substance slash drug that comes from flowers, I guess you can say. And yeah, it might just be you tripping out on bliss, and you don't even know it. Maybe the nukes didn't even happen. Maybe it's all in your head, basically. It's all the bliss. You've been, standing, swimming in, and just rolling around in bliss the whole game, so it would make sense that, the bliss made you, imagine all of these things, such as the nukes going off and things like that. But the most realistic one out of all of these theories is pretty much North Korea bombing the shit out of the U.S. More specifically, Hope County, because you saw 3 nukes going off, and obviously there's going to be more throughout the U.S. But either way, this is all up for you guys to speculate. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and I've just completely love Far Cry 5. It's my favorite game right now. I've been playing the shit out of it non-stop. And it's just a good game overall. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it maybe cleared some things up for you. I will be doing further research into how to get the audio that I played in the video. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Peace.